Welcome back to NYSE TV Live. Shares of NYSE listed company Dutch Bros have risen by more than 30% year to date. The company also released its latest quarterly earnings report in May. Joining me to talk about what her company has in store is Christine Barone, Dutch Bros CEO and President. Christine, great to have you.
Carolyn, thanks so much for having me today.
So Dutch Bros has been on this wild ride higher. I usually report from the floor of the stock exchange, and we're always talking about it as being a big winner. Shares are up more than 80% over the past 1 year. But for those people who aren't familiar with Dutch Bros, give us a quick overview.
Well, we are a drive-through beverage concept, and what's most important about us is our people. And we serve awesome smiles, we serve awesome service.
I was taking a look at your earnings report from last month. 29% year-over-year revenue growth, system same-shop sales growth of 4.7%. You guided for full-year revenue to be at the top end of the range, and that's despite an uncertain environment where consumers are very cost-conscious. What keeps you getting them to come back and keep spending?
Well, I think it's really, we've been around for 30 years, and it's always been about our people. It's still about our people. And I think that now with everything going on, more so than anything, what people are looking for is when they get into that drive-through line, do they feel better when they leave our drive-through line? Do they have an awesome drink? Have they had a great conversation, a great connection? And that's what we're all about.
What are they ordering?
Oh, all kinds of things. So we have a very popular drink called the Golden Eagle, and it's a breve with some vanilla and some caramel in it, and then a little drizzle on top to make it special.
All right, sounds delicious. So you've referred to this as Dutch love in your earnings reports I've seen. So talk to us about what that people first culture actually means and how you're seeing it play out.
So really what it starts with, I think it starts with the environment in our shops. And so making sure that our broistas are having fun. We're mixing drinks, we're making Rebel energy drinks, we're making coffee-based beverages, we do a lot of iced. And so it always starts with that. And so I think people first means it starts with creating that culture internally first to make sure that everyone's really well trained, that they have awesome people that are working alongside of them, and then that shows up to our customers.
And the customers, it's a drive-through only, so the customers aren't coming into the stores, or is there also the option for them to come in?
So we have a drive-through and we also have a walk-up window, but we don't have any area where you come into the shop. But despite all of that, we have incredible service, and it's amazing what you can do with just that one moment of connection.
So I have yet to try Dutch Bros because there are no locations here in the Northeast. I've checked the map out to try to do my channel checks here. So talk to us about what's next. Any expansion plans, especially to maybe this area?
Well, we are continuing to grow across the country. We're growing very quickly. We've stated at our Investor Day that we plan to have a total of 2029 shops in 2029. And we are we ended the quarter at just over 1,000, so we've got a lot still to go in the next 5 years.
All here in the U.S.? Any international expansion plans?
Right now, we're just planning on the U.S.
Okay. What about in terms of menu innovation? You mentioned some of the drinks. I've seen the menu, also some muffin tops and a granola bar on there. Any menu innovation plans?
Well, we're always innovating on our menu. So every couple of months, we have new drinks that come out. We just brought back a very popular returning favorite, Mango Nada. And that's one of our Rebel energy drinks. We can have it blended or iced, so that's just come up. We're also testing things like food and expanding our food offering. So we're always looking at innovation. We also have so many wonderful core items on the menu as well.
Speaking of innovation, what about tech innovation? What are you seeing on that front? What are you doing on that front?
Yeah, so we launched mobile order recently. So our customers, it was the #1 thing they were asking for with our Dutch Bros app. And what they wanted is they wanted the ability to come in, really figure out how to customize their drink and make it their own. And so mobile order's been very popular. We launched it kind of nationwide for Dutch Bros in Q4. At the end of Q4, it was about 8% of our transactions, and at the end of Q1, it was about 11% of our transactions, so growing quickly.
Yeah, seeing growth there, and I'm assuming that must speed up the drive-through line then if the mobile orders are already placed.
It is helpful with that, and a lot of our customers choose to come to the walk-up window to pick up their mobile order as well.
That makes sense. So if you had to just give kind of an overall view on how the consumer is doing based on what you're seeing at Dutch Brothers, what would you say?
Yeah, so I think what we shared in our Q1 earnings call is we were very pleased with our first quarter. I think that despite the choppiness that maybe others were seeing, we feel like we're in a position that is a very great position. Our customers are loving what we're doing. I think it starts with that strong value proposition that we have. And we're turning for more than a beverage. It's a beverage, a relationship, a smile.
Well, we really appreciate it. Christine Barone, thank you so much for sharing some insights on Dutch Bros.
Thank you so much.
That Dutch love. All right, that was Christine Barone, Dutch Bros CEO and president.